Hello, everyone. Welcome to live. Hello, Veer. Hello, James. As you can see, there's a little goober back here being a menace. Let me adjust this so that I'm more of the focus. There we go. Anyway, how's everyone today? I'm doing pretty good today. As you can see, we're in my new office. It's still kind of a mess, but we're still moving in. So the background will probably change. Um, Probably the next time you see me, things will be different. So look forward to that. Veer's very long holiday just started. I'm very excited for you, Veer. Hello, David. Welcome. We'll wait a couple minutes for more people to arrive. I have for you 110 questions about 2024. Hello, Manatee. How are you? Good to see you. Hello to Denise from Amsterdam. Welcome. Veer's trying to finish a knitted sweater for Christmas for Grandma. That's so nice. That's such a good grandma gift. Is something cozy and something handmade, and if you can combine those two, even better. Yeah, I'm excited to have you here too. Hello, Caitlin. Welcome to Trivia. Wow, we've got a good crowd to start. I'm very happy. I'm trying to optimize the sound. As you can see, microphone is being stretched to the limit. But yeah. And it's pink, her favorite color. How wonderful is that? All right. Let's get started in 3 minutes. How's that? We'll give you guys 3 more minutes to hop in. Manatees actually teaching themselves to knit right now. They already know how to crochet, but they're a terrible knitter. Well, I hope you get better. That's always something that I've wanted to know how to do, but my fingers are terrible at little tiny crafts like that. They hurt my fingers. Hey, Dreadlock Kickboxers here. It's very good to see you again. Welcome. Yeah, we're going to have a good crowd tonight. This is one of my favorite games of the year, the year-end history. And can you believe we're here already? Veer learned how to knit first, then crochet. And Veer was taught in school how to knit. That's wild. That is not something that they teach in school here, although they probably should. Yes, pop off, Manti. I agree, Caitlin. Yeah, I cannot do either. JJ is here. Yes, this is the office of my new house. This is going to be where you're going to see me for the foreseeable future. Isn't that exciting? This is my recording studio. Yeah, I wish I learned in school too. That would have been cool. Joshua says our perception of time accelerates until we die. Yes, time is linear. That's what I always say. Like, can you believe that time never stops? Thanks, Veer. Yeah, the house is coming along. It still has work to do. But I think probably in a week or two, we'll be all unpacked. All of our new things will be here, and we'll finally make this place feel more homey. Right now, it's exciting and new, and it still feels different. But I think once everything is put in place, it'll feel more like home. And I'm excited for that. I've been sleeping like a rock the past 2 nights I've slept here in our new house. I have been asleep. So clearly my brain is happy while I'm sleeping. 2 more minutes until trivia starts. If you just joined, we're going to wait for a couple others to join. If you see a flicker on the screen, like what just happened, my webcam has not worked for the past like 2 months. And I tested it again today and it's decided to work. So cool. But it still has a little flicker here and there. So it works 95% of the time. Before it would do nothing but flicker for the past 2 months. Fairy lights or mood lighting. Yeah, I'm working on making my room celestial and I'm going to add glow in the dark stars and moons and things. Yes, JJ, PO Box is definitely on the list of things to do. I've already looked into it here in Idaho. Probably in the new year. That will be something I will do. 1 more minute till trivia starts. 1 more minute. Let's see. I've got my questions here. I'm ready to go. I'm so excited. I probably should have grabbed some more water. This is all my water. So I can't exhaust my voice too much, I suppose. Today I posted my Beijing video and I'm actually kind of proud of it. I did it all in one take, except for when I cut out the part where I'm setting up my tablet, and I nailed it. I love it when I'm like, I finish a video, I'm like, yes, perfect. Hey, Justin, welcome back. Good to see you. So yeah, after this, be sure to check out my Beijing video that went up 2 hours ago. Skinny Legend is here. Hello, hello. So good to see you again. You know what I've been debating, and Skinny Legend will help me decide this. I've been thinking about doing just a bonus video about K-pop tea. Hello, Jules. Welcome. My thoughts on K-pop in this past year and do it in a whisper and just like spill my opinions. um, Skinny says, yes. Fear says, tell. Okay, I'll think about it more seriously. I've been toying with it. I'll think about doing it more. Good day, Jay. Welcome. Good to see you again. Skinny Legend, what's your amazing news? Janice is here with Bela in Budapest. How wonderful. And Janice already watched it twice. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Hello to Janice and Bela in Budapest, as always. And Jules, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. We're settling in my new house here in my little office recording space, and I'm happy about it. Howdy, yowdy. Good to see you. Good to see you. David is in Budapest too. Oh, but they're currently living in Ireland. I was about to say, wow, we should meet up. No, David's over in Ireland right now. That's pretty cool. How's everything going, mate? Says Jay. Going very well. Thank you so much for asking. All right, we're going to get started. I've been delaying it long enough. There's a good crowd here. Let's get to trivia. Like I said, I have 110 questions. Skinny Legend got a BF, and he's so handsome. People came up to you and gave you gifts for being a pretty couple. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations, Skinny, on landing a chunky boyfriend, I suppose. Jules says their English is basic. Well, that's perfect. Don't you worry. I Miss Frummis says hi. Hi, do you stand Frummis 9? I love Frummis 9. I wonder if that's what that means. But yeah, so I would say the only advice I'm going to give to you with this trivia is pay attention to when I say country or city. There's some questions that says what city? Oh, Frummis 9 is amazing. Taylor Swift's in Vancouver tomorrow. Yes, Joshua, that's amazing. I love Taylor too. I know my audience and we're like this. Rosie's dropped today. I know I haven't listened to it yet. No spoilers yet. No spoilers. Okay. Yes, pay attention to when I say city or country. Okay, because I throw in a couple of city questions. So let's get into it. Number 1. Sir Keir Starmer became the UK's Prime Minister. What party does he represent? What party does the UK's new Prime Minister represent? And Veer got it first. It is Labour. Good job to Veer. It is, of course, the Labour Party. Good job to everyone else. Hello, Farouk in Tunis. I'm about to start scripting another Tunisia video very soon. You'll see it next week. I hope you like it, Farouk. Sort of a birthday stream for Justin. All right, everyone, you know what to do. Drop the birthday cakes, drop the confettis, drop whatever birthday celebrations we have for Joshua. Happy soon to be birthday, Joshua. There we go. Celebrate. Always celebrate your guys' birthdays. And James, that's okay if you don't know. You can always just sit and enjoy the ASMR. That's perfectly fine too. Maybe you'll know a couple of these. Just throw in those happy birthdays for Joshua, please. Number 2. I wouldn't drop the birthday. Don't drop the birthday cake. Drop the birthday cake emojis. Oh, Farouk's is soon. Drop it for Farouk. Give him the confetti. Get whatever emojis you have for birthdays for Farouk. Happy soon birthday, Farouk. We love birthdays on this channel. There's confetti. Happy soon birthdays to Joshua and Farouk. There we go. Confetti bombs. On the 11th. It's very soon, Farouk. Congratulations. All right, number two. Number two. Party for Farouk. The president of which country declared martial law for one day on December 3rd? The president of which country, this is very recent. The president of which country declared martial law for one day on December 3rd? And it was South Korea. Looks like Veer got that one first. Congrats to Veer again. It was South Korea. Yeah, Yoon Suk Yeol just went a little over the edge a few days ago. But we're reining it back. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yes, it was South Korea. He tried to be a dictator. Oh, he sure tried. He sure tried. He sure tried. Number three. Because his wife could resist a Dior bag. South Korean politics are just something else, aren't they? Number three. Which country elected Claudia Scheinbaum as its first female president? Which country elected Claudia Scheinbaum as its first female president? And Farouk got this one first. It was Mexico. Good job to Farouk. The answer is Mexico. If they have a name that doesn't sound like it's from that country, I'm always going to try to trick you. There'll be another one later today with a name that does not sound like the native language. But yes, she is the first female president of Mexico. Good job, Farouk, for getting it first. Number 4. This one's a little harder. Yes, Gigi, live chat is on. Thank you very much for reminding me. I always need reminders. Number 4. Which country has the world's best men's national volleyball team? Can you tell me? This one's tricky. Which country has the world's best men's national volleyball team? Oh, looks like. Okay. Wow, Veer got it. It's Poland. And Farouk. I'm amazed. Good job to Veer. The answer is Poland. Yes, it is Poland's volleyball team is the best men's team in the world. Congrats to Poland for that. Veer loves women's volleyball. Well, I'm glad you got the men's question right then. Number 5. On November 21st, the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for which world leader? Yes, promise, I am in a new house now. And it was, of course, Netanyahu. Good job to Veer for getting it first. That one's kind of an easy one, too. It was Benjamin Netanyahu. I will say, based on that, I did try to avoid questions that have to do with tragedy. There are some on here, but I tried to phrase them so they're not stressful. That's okay, promise. Don't you worry. It's okay. Number 6. Just get used to this background because this will be it like forever, for years and years. Number 6. Which country joined NATO on March 7th? Second that, Veer. Which country joined NATO on March 7th? I'll give that to Veer. It is Sweden. Bonus point to Skinny for getting it first while spelling it right. Hello, Arbor. Welcome. But yes, Veer technically got it first. It was Sweden on March 7th. And I have a friend that works at NATO, and she got to be there when they hoisted the Swedish flag for the first time. Very, very cool. Number 7. Can you tell me which country hosted the UEFA Euro 2024? That is the Union of European Football Associations. And Veer's got it again. It was Germany. Good job to Veer for getting it first. He says no. Oh, Yenna got it too. It is Germany. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer was Germany. No, says Yodi. That's okay. Number 8. Can you tell me which region, note that I said region, not country, which region was allowed to sit with members of the United Nations General Assembly this year? Which region was allowed to sit with members of the United Nations General Assembly? Not Tigray, not Nagorno-Karabakh. Good guesses though, but you're on the right track. This is a part of the world that has been trying for membership, not Kosovo, not Western Sahara. Oh, you guys are so close. Not Crimea. Oh gosh, not Crimea. That would be a whole other issue. This is a region that's been trying to be recognized as a country by the UN. And this is one step closer by being allowed in the General Assembly. Not Abkhazia, not Transnistria, not Somaliland. It is Palestine. Good job to JJ. The answer is Palestine. Palestine was allowed to participate in the UN General Assembly this year, which is huge. I know, I missed that too. I found that while making these questions. That is like one step closer to being recognized by the UN as a country, which I love new countries. We're going to talk about another possible new country later in trivia, so hold on to that thought. I love when new countries are made. James is from the United States. Congratulations, James. I am too. They are not a full country already. No, they are not, Skinny. They are not. Taiwan and Palestine have been pushing the UN for country recognition. And there's obviously a lot of roadblocks in the way for that. But let's move on. Number 9. Here's another regional question. Salvador Illa was elected president of which region of Spain? Salvador Illa was elected president of which region of Spain? Because, they have a king in Spain. So they have to have presidents of each region. And it looks like Veer got it first. It is Catalonia. Bonus point to Skinny for getting it spelled correctly first. Good job, Veer. It is Catalonia. I just wrote Catalan, which the same difference. Catalonia. That's it in Spanish. It's English. It's Catalonia. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. Number 10. I skipped one. Number 10. Which EU country added abortion rights to its constitution? I got to be careful saying that too many times because that might be a no-no word. And if it was France, good job to Veer for getting it first. It was indeed France. Speaking of France, here comes the easiest question of the trivia. Which city hosted the Olympics? Which city hosted the Olympics? Let's see who gets it first. Which city hosted the Olympics this year? And Veer got it first. It was Paris. Yes. Good job, Veer, for getting it first in there. There's a whole lot of Parises popping up. It is indeed Paris. Number 12. Have you already guessed? I'm sorry you got no medals, Veer. As a country, not Veer personally. Number 12. Alexander Stubb became president of which country? Alexander Stubb. Oh, Farouk was there? That's amazing. Good job, Farouk. I'm so jealous. And of course, Veer got this first. It was Finland. Yes, good job, Veer. That is the new president of Finland. Again, if their name doesn't sound like the local language, I'm going to trick you. But I can't with Veer because Veer is Finnish. So, yeah, good job, Veer. I knew you'd get this one. That made me laugh. I guess so. Number 13. The Oscar for Best Documentary Feature Film went to documentarians from which country? The Oscar for Best Documentary Feature Film went to documentarians from which country? If I told you the title, it would completely give it away. James, that's not nice. I know James personally, so I'm tolerating him. It was not Germany. It was Ukraine. Good job to Veer. I think it was called One Day in Mariupol. I think it's called One Day in Mariupol. Good job, Veer. It is Ukraine. Good job, Veer. You're from Ukraine. Number 14. Can you tell me which country was first to collect samples from the far side of the moon? Which country was first to collect samples from the far side of the moon. And Skinny Legend got it first. It was China. Good job, Skinny Legend, for getting in there first. It was indeed China. It was China's lunar mission did that. Pretty cool. Good job, Skinny Legend. Number 15. All right. This one I wrote to be hard because I know you guys like the hard questions. If it's too hard, I will rephrase it to make it easier, but I'm going to start off with the hard one, okay? Number 15. Japan's new prime minister, Shigeru Ishiba, heads an inter-party coalition that promotes what? Let me move my phone out of here. Hold on. Oh, I found out who's actually watching my stream behind James's account. Hi, Zoe, if you're still there. Not conservatism. It's not a political thing. It's not a political issue. Again, the question is Japan's new prime minister, Shigeru Ishiba, heads an intra-party coalition that promotes what? Surprisingly, not Skinny Legend. I know that's an issue in Japan, but it is nothing to do with the population rate. All right. Let me know when you guys want the easier version of the question. Oh, the monarchy. Can you imagine a roar? No, it's nothing to do with the royal family of Japan. Imagine. All right. Not women's rights, not immigration, not deflation. So nothing to do with human rights. Nothing to do with things outside Japan, and nothing to do with the economy. Your first hint is that it's far less serious than you guys are guessing. Like far less serious. Not tax breaks, nothing to do with the economy, not sumo. It's nothing to do with sports. I'll give you that. Aging, no. Animes, you're on the right track, JJ. It's not anime. It's not dancing, but you guys are heading there. Oh, Joshua's so close with sushi. Joshua is very close with sushi. It is food. Yes, it is food related, Yaudi. Not sashimi. I always say wrong. Sashimi, not sashimi. Nothing to do with the whales. Nothing to do with sushi, but it's in the vein. Nothing to do with weight. It's to do with food. It's an organization that promotes a food. There you go. That's your biggest hint. It's not rice. It promotes just one food, not the concept of food. Not seaweed. And remember, this is Japan, right? It's Japan, not dairy, unfortunately. They should have more dairy things in Japan. Not fish. Think Japan. Think Japan. Electronic food? What does that mean? This is Japan. Think of Japanese food. Not sushi. Not fish. It's nothing fish related. It is ramen. Good job, Manatee. The answer is ramen. He supports a coalition party that promotes ramen. I mean, yeah. Who wouldn't join that? That's kind of awesome. I was reading all of these things about how he's like this ultra conservative, all of these things that he supports that are terrible. But then I read the ramen thing and I'm like, okay, sure. Let's promote ramen. Intra-party coalition for ramen. I know, for her great. Number 16. Which country's monarch abdicated on January 14th? Farouk just learned what ramen is. I love ramen. It's one of my favorite dishes. Like, not like top ramen, but like real ramen, like from restaurants. And Veer, of course, knows it is Denmark. Good job to Veer. It is, of course, Denmark when Queen Daisy stepped in. Good job, Veer. Number 17. Oh, that's your birthday, Yaudi. I'm sorry that happened on your birthday. Farouk probably ate it once in Paris. Probably. You can get any kind of food in Paris. Number 17. Which country experienced drought in almost 60% of the territory. Which country experienced drought in almost 60% of the territory? Not France, not the USA, not Uzbekistan, not Canada, not Australia, not China. Um, I'll give you a hint that it's a very large country, so 60% is pretty tragic and devastating. Not Chad, not Somalia, not Nigeria. I'll let you guys guess a little bit more before I give you a hint, except Skinny Legend just got it. It is Brazil. Good job to Skinny Legend. The answer is Brazil. It was Brazil's drought. That's an extreme drought, my goodness. Number 18. Which country began building what will become NATO's largest Air Force base in 2024? Which country began building what will become NATO's largest Air Force base? It is not the USA, believe it or not. You know what, Farouk, you might be onto something there. It might have to do with forest loss. It is not Sweden. It's not Finland. Not Italy. I have to itch my ear. Hold on. I got one of those like itches you have to. Okay. Not France. I mean, your hint is NATO, right? Not Poland. I like how everyone guesses the same countries at the same time. Not Spain. Not the UK. Not Germany. I feel like we're going to get it in a second. Not Turkey. Not Denmark. I don't think Denmark has space for NATO's largest Air Force base. Not the Netherlands. It is Romania. Good job to Veer for getting it. The answer is Romania. All right. Number 19, we are on to the USA's question. And I couldn't think of one that was like not super easy. So I got you a hard American history question, okay, to deal with the recent election. So number 19, so be prepared. If there's any Americans here, you may have trouble with this too. This might be the hardest question in trivia. It's not Davy Crockett. Good guess. Number 19, besides Donald Trump, who was the last U.S. president to be elected non-consecutively? Veer's learning about the American Revolution. That's exciting. Manatee got it right off the bat. I'm hyping this up as a super hard question. Manatee got it instantly. My goodness. It was Grover Cleveland. So did Joshua and Yowdy. I thought this would be crazy hard. Good job, Manatee. It is Grover Cleveland, who was, 1890 something, the last president to be reelected when he wasn't president before. But he was president before that president, if that makes sense. Grover Cleveland. Good job, Manatee. Number 20 has two answers. Two answers. The news reported it. I didn't hear it, Joshua, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad you learned that fact before me. This one has two answers, so you could put both in one line of chat. This is going to be a question where once someone gets one of them, you're going to guess the other answer. It's going to be super obvious, so we'll see what happens. Number 20. Which two countries ended their peace negotiations in January? That's true, Yadi. He was the only non-consecutive president until this year. Skinny Legends got one. What's the other? Let's see who can get both. Let's see who can get both in one line of chat. Let's see who can get both in one chat. In one line. Who's going to type it first? Fear. Fear. Oh my goodness. All right. Half a point to Veer. Full points to Yowdy for South Korea and North Korea. Skinny Legend wrote. What's that say? Is that a B? Bokan? Bokan? I guess so. But yeah. North Korea and South Korea. Full points to JJ for writing South Korea and North Korea. There we go. Number 21. Switzerland won Eurovision this year. Can you tell me who won second place? Yeah, Farouk, that depends on who's in charge of the reunification of Korea. That depends. That depends. It was Croatia. Good job, Tuvir, for getting it first. It is Croatia. Number 22. Can you tell me which country's president was killed in a helicopter crash in May? Means North Korea. That's why I don't know that word. I don't know the word for North Korea in Korean. And it was Iran's president. Yes, Veer. Good job for getting it first. Very tragic, very mysterious, very suspicious. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. It was Iran. Yeah, I remember when that happened. I was like, oh, we should probably look into that. But moving on to number 23. Can you tell me which country won the ICC Men's T20 World Cup? If you don't know what ICC stands for, if I tell you, it will give it away. The ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who won it? Can you tell me without me telling you what ICC stands for? It was, of course, India. Good job, Joshua. It's the International Cricket Council. So, of course, cricket goes to India. Good job to Joshua for getting it first. It was India. It is cricket, yes. Number 24. Can you tell me which country discovered the ancient city of Al-Natta, dating from 4,000 years ago? I know many countries play cricket, but it's like if there is a baseball world tournament, who wins? The USA. It's if there's a hockey tournament, who wins? Canada. Like there's many countries that are good at that sport, but there's one that's like the country for that sport. And cricket is India. Veer has got it. It is Saudi Arabia. Yes, Saudi Arabian archaeologists discovered a whole city. That's amazing. I hope we'll hear more about that soon as they explore it. But good job, Veer. It was Saudi Arabia. Number 25. Can you tell me which country was rated the most peaceful by the Global Peace Index? Which country was rated the most peaceful by the Global Peace Index this year? It was not Ireland, not Denmark, not Bhutan, not Switzerland, not Finland. It was Iceland. Good job, Dacia. Dacia, it's good to see you again. It was Iceland, yes, mainly because they have no military, so that puts them up pretty high. Yes, good job to Dacia for getting it first. It was Iceland, 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 Iceland. Number 24. Can you tell me, and now hold on, this could be true for multiple countries. So if you know of another country that did this, just shout it out in the chat and be like, hey, actually, this country did it too. And I'll be like, my bad. I should have researched this further. But from what I can tell, this is the only one. Oh, I kind of fixed it there in the sidebar there. Okay, so which country decided in September? This should make it true for only this one country. Which country decided in September to reinstate mandatory military service? Which country in September decided to reinstate mandatory military service? It was not Russia. Yeah, not Russia. Not the UK, not Ukraine, not Cyprus, not Norway. And not Ukraine, not any of the usual suspects that you would think of. It was Serbia. Good job to Veer. The answer is Serbia. Again, another country might have done it, but South Korea has had it for decades, since the 50s. But yeah, in September, Serbia decided to reinstate mandatory military service starting next year. So that happened. Number 25. Can you tell me what is the first Orthodox Christian country to recognize same-sex marriage and adoption? What is the first Orthodox Christian country to recognize same sex marriage and adoption? It was Greece. Good job, Skinny Legend, for getting it first. The answer is Greece. Greece now recognizes same sex marriage and same sex adoption. Love gay. Hi, gay. Number 26. Um, oh, this one's a number. All right. So we're going to play the number game where I give you a stat that some of you might know the answer to and you'll get it right away. But the answer to this number game is a number of years. So guess how many years this happened, and I'll tell you higher or lower depending on your guesses, okay? Hopefully I'm saying this name right. Dick Schoof became Prime Minister of the Netherlands, replacing the country's longest serving Prime Minister, Mark Rutte. For how many years was Rutte the Prime Minister of the Netherlands? For how many years was Mark Rutte the Prime Minister of the Netherlands? Lower than 16, but higher than 12. Well, that should narrow it down. Skinny Legends got it. It is 14. He was Prime Minister for 14 years. That's way too long. But good job, Skinny Legend, for getting it first. It was 14 years. 14 years. Number 27. Can you guys hear the barking dog right now? That dog? She just stopped. Okay. That's our new neighbor's dog. If you can hear. No, okay. Yeah, she's not loud enough over here. Our neighbor has a Shih Tzu who likes to yap, yap, yap. So you might hear her eventually. Skinny Legend says, I never knew another prime minister but him. I was too young. Imagine. Wow. That's way too long for a prime minister. Hello, Lord Sauron. Welcome back to Trivia. Good to see you again, Lord Sauron. Number 27. Can you tell me, speaking of the ICC T20 World Cup, who won the women's ICC T20 World Cup? Hint, it's not India. Not Spain. It's not India. Not Sri Lanka, not Pakistan, not Australia. It's New Zealand. Good job to Veer. The answer is New Zealand won it. It's another country that really loves cricket. There's a lot, but when you think cricket, you think India, right? But yes, it was New Zealand's women's team. Good job to Veer. Good job, New Zealand women's cricket team. Number 28. Can you tell me which country, I'm kind of tricking you here, which country was declared to have, and I quote, the most complicated election in the world? Cricket is, it's kind of like combining baseball and croquet. It is not the USA. I trick Skinny Legend. It's not the USA. Oh, nice, Veer. That's awesome. Which country was declared to have the most complicated election in the world? Definitely not Russia or North Korea. They have probably the easiest ones. Not Nigeria. Nigeria's can be kind of complicated. That's not Nigeria. Which country was declared to have the most complicated election in the world? Lots of African countries. I'll give you a hint that it's not Africa. Not South Korea. Not India. That's another just, complicated in rolling it out because it's such a massively populated country, but there's kind of a clear winner for India. Not Brazil. Not Chile, not Argentina, not UK. Let me grab a drink real quick. Hold on. You guys are way off, by the way. Like, no one's gotten close yet. Kind of sort of gotten close, but not really. Not Japan, not Australia, not New Zealand. Oh, Skinny Legend got it. It is Thailand. Good job, Skinny Legend. The answer is Thailand. Thailand was declared by a news source there to have the most complicated election in the world. Why? I didn't research too much into it because I was researching a bunch of other things in this trivia. I never got to that one. But Yeah, maybe someone in the chat can tell us why. Maybe someone can look it up. I did not have time, unfortunately. Number 29. Can you tell me which country expelled its Russian border guards in March? Russian border guards being your hint. Which country expelled its Russian border guards in March? It was Armenia. Good job, Skinny Legend. Skinny Legend's kind of killing it. Good job, Skinny Legend. It was Armenia. Good job, Skinny Legend. Number 30. This one's kind of sad. This is kind of a tragedy, okay? Mongolia experienced a zood over the winter. What is a zood? What is a zood? Your hint is that it's not a good thing at all. Kind of a drought, kind of, sort of. It does have to do with the environment. It's kind of not a blizzard, kind of a famine. Abror got it. Dying animals. I'll give that to Abror. It's I wrote mass livestock death due to climate change. So I'll give that to Abror. Good job, Abror. It's dying animals is a good, quick way of putting it. Which is really sad. Yeah, I read that zoods were like a very rare occurrence, but they've been happening almost every year due to climate change. Not fun. Let's move on. That's a sad one. Number 31. Citizens of which country protested a proposed law that would force NGOs to disclose their income sources? Maybe fair. I'm not sure specifically where in Mongolia. So this country had a proposed law that they protested. I'll tell you why they were massively protesting it in a minute. But it would force NGOs, non-government organizations, to disclose their income sources. And the protest was about, it's not the USA. They would never. Not Israel. They would never. The issue is that it is a breach on freedom of speech and that it is modeled off of a law from Russia. Not France. Oh, they did? Israel did? Oh, my goodness. That's scandalous. I didn't know that. It's not the USA. It was Georgia. Good job, Abror. 2 in a row. It was Georgia. Yes, I think they passed it anyway. I think. Or maybe they shot it down. I can't remember because there's a couple that we're going to talk about that were passed anyway, despite public opposition. I don't remember this one. I wrote this yesterday night, so I don't remember. Not passed. Thanks, Laura, for correcting that. It was not passed. There's one we're going to talk about later that did pass despite the protests. It wasn't this one. Yeah, that's true here. But protests happen a lot in that corner of the world. Number 32. Can you tell me where was the starting line for the Tour de France this year? Where was the starting line for the Tour de France? If I tell you anymore, it's going to give it away. It was not in Nice. It was not in France. It was not in France. It was not in Marseille, Jack. Not in Italy. It was in Monaco. Abror got 3 in a row. Good job, Abror. It was in Monaco this year. Monaco. Yeah, not France, not Italy. It's in Monaco. Good job, Abror. Number 33. In October, which country decided to open its first nuclear power plant? They're going to build it next year. Oh, Vera's quoting me. It started in Florence, Italy, and finished in Nice. Well, that was not the source that I read. Abror's got it again. It's Kazakhstan. Good job to Abror. It was Kazakhstan. They're going to build it next year, but they approved their first nuclear power plant in Kazakhstan. Good job, Abror. Abror's killing it. My neighbor says Abror. That's true. All right, this one's a city, and it's extremely recent and distressing. So number 34. Islamist rebels took over which Middle Eastern city in December? It was Aleppo. Yes, good job, Tafir. It literally happened like the other day. and it's still ongoing at this second. So we're hoping that all goes well over there in Syria. But yes, it was Aleppo. Very sad, but thank you for getting it first. Number 35. Can you tell me which country hosted the FIFA Futsal World Cup? I did not know that FIFA had a futsal division, which, if you've never heard of it, is basically indoor soccer. And Abror's got it. It's Uzbekistan. Good job, Abror. It was indeed Abror's country of Uzbekistan. Yes. I had no idea that FIFA had a futsal division, but I love that. Good job to Abror. Number 36. Oh, this is great. I'm going to talk about this a bit afterward. The Bektashi order is planning to create a sovereign microstate in which capital city? Guys, this looks like it's happening and could happen next year. We could have a new country next year, and it's going to be a microstate in Tirana. Good job to Veer for getting it first. Tirana is going to be like Rome, where in the center is this religious order that has its own microstate. Isn't that crazy? And so far, Albania's like, yeah, totally. So we could have a new country next year formed by the Bektashi order, which is a Sufi order. Yeah. That could be our next new country. I'm all for it. That sounds awesome. Again, any opportunity to create a new country on our planet, I'm all for it. As long as it's done peacefully, right? Hats off. Yeah, exactly. Poor loud truck going by. Sorry about that. Number 37. What is the name of Austria's far-right party? The first far-right party to win majority since World War II. What is Austria's far-right party known as? It is the first far-right party to win majority since World War II, and it is the Freedom Party. Good job to Veer. The answer is the Freedom Party. Very concerning in that corner of the world, but we're going to move right along past that topic. Number 38. Exactly, Veer. Number 38. Protests ended on January 1st in Kosovo. What were they protesting? There was a large protest in Kosovo through most of December 2023. It ended January 1st. What were they protesting? Well, they're always protesting independence. It kind of has to do with that. It does have to do with Serbia, but not necessarily violence. It wasn't about violence for once. We're glad for that. It has to do with Serbia and obviously has to do with Kosovo independence. But what specifically was everyone upset about? What specifically involving these topics that these protests were about? Not the majority. It doesn't have to do with the population per se. Not the border. Not Serbia blocking independence. Adding to the EU, not that either. It's something not that serious. Cars, Veer, you're on the right track. What about the cars? What about the cars? What specifically about cars are they protesting? I can't give you any more hints than that. It's going to be too obvious. Number plates, or as we say in America, license plates. Good job to Joshua. It was recognition of Kosovo license plates in Serbia and various paperwork you need for like registration. Yeah, Veer, half a point to Veer. So good job, Joshua. It was over Kosovo license plates and recognition of those in Serbia and Kosovo. Specific little issues. It's like, as much as I'm for independence, everything has to be ironed out before you're independent. And that's one of those things, right? You don't really think about when you're declaring independence. It's license plates, number plates, right? But moving on. Number 39. For the first time, St. Vincent and the Grenadines had an athlete reach a final event in the Olympics. What event was it? And you can tell me vaguely or you can be specific. The Vincent and the Grenadines reached a final event for the first time. It was not the 100-meter women's. It was track and field. It was running. So half points to Veer and Yaudy for running, and track and field. It was not long jump. It was a running event. Who wants to be more specific? It wasn't 100. It wasn't 200. Paralympic close, I'm sure. It wasn't hurdles. At least I don't think it was. I don't think it was hurdles. No, I would have said. Not triathlon. It was a running. So it wasn't 100 meter. It's not 200 meter. Who can guess? I guess this is a number game now. How many meters did this athlete run? How many meters did she run? It was the 800 meter. Good job to Veer. So I'll give, you know what? I'll give points to Joshua and Veer. Because Joshua guessed it was a women's meter race. Veer got the number right. 800 meters, which is too many. That's too many meters to run. Good job, Veer and Joshua. Number 40. Which country announced that their railway would be free to people over 65 and under 14? It's too many. It's too much running. It's not Estonia, not Latvia. And then Veer's going to say Lithuania. Yep, it's not Lithuania. I knew you were going to do that. Not Switzerland. It is European, though. I'll give you that. It is a European country. Maybe some of you were in that country right now. Not France, not Finland, not Spain, not Germany, not the UK. And again, if another country did this, let me know, because I only saw this source. Not Belarus, not Germany, not Sweden, not Norway, not Italy, not Denmark, not Bulgaria. Yaudy got it. It's not Poland. I'm sorry, it's not Poland. I don't know why I saw Poland, but that's it. That is not it at all. I'm going to sit up in my chair and it's going to squeak, okay? There we go. That wasn't so loud. Not Poland, not Kosovo, not Czechia, not Romania, not Belgium. Not Montenegro, not Albania. We're just going to go through Europe, not Portugal. It is a European country, not Slovenia. I was alerted by the P. Yeah, there's no P in this country, so I don't know why my brain was like, that's it, Poland. Probably from the question before. Not Croatia, not Spain, I don't think Andorra has a rail line. Veer's got it. It's Hungary. Good job to Veer. The answer is Hungary. Hungary's rail line is now free to seniors and young teens to children. Pretty cool. Vatican City, imagine. The little Vatican City train is now free for children. Oh my goodness. The over 65 thing would be useful in Vatican City, wouldn't it? But anyway, it was Hungary. Right, Joshua? We're not going to go there. Number 41. Number 41. Which country attended the UN's climate change conference, stating that political differences should be overlooked? They said you should overlook political differences because climate change affects everyone, regardless of opinion. And that is your big ol' hint. It's not Israel. It's not Russia. And not the UK. Not China. This is a country that was not invited, and they showed up anyway. It's not North Korea, Jack, but you're on the right track of countries that were just, do not come, and they came. Because they were like, listen, this is an issue for all of us, even if you don't agree with our country's policies. And I can't give you a hint bigger than that. It's not India. It's not Iran. Yeah, I can't give you any more of a hint. It's going to give it away big time. Not Poland. They attended the UN's climate change conference, stating that political differences should be overlooked. Not Azerbaijan. You guys are going to kick yourselves. You guys missed the one country that the whole world disagrees with. That's not North Korea, not Saudi Arabia, not the US. US wouldn't show up to a climate change conference anyway. Let's be real. Neither would Saudi Arabia. Let's be real. Good day, Dr. Pickle. Good to see you. So the question is, which country attended the UN's climate change conference, stating that political differences should be overlooked? They were not invited to this conference because of the political situation there. They showed up anyway, and Dacia's got it. It's Afghanistan. Good job to Dacia. The answer is Afghanistan. The Taliban showed up to the climate change conference. Yeah, that happened. Which, I mean, good for them for being like, you know what? The environment. Yeah. You can't, for once, the Taliban has a point. But anyway, speaking of Afghanistan, with a photo and all, yeah, I bet. Yeah, exactly, Joshua. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of Afghanistan, in November, Afghanistan will allow women to study for which careers? They listed 2 careers that women can now go to higher education to study to get licenses in these careers. Nurses is one. Good job, Veer. Not teachers. Not teaching. That I don't think that will ever happen, to be honest. But nursing, because someone has to treat women in the hospital and men can't. So nurses, and along that vein, what's another profession that women need care for? Not doctors. And not women doctors. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, great if it does, but I don't think it will. Vein, what does that mean? Oh, in the same vein, like in the same category of nurses is a career that a need that women have, that you need a woman to touch you, to help you with, like nurses. Not midwifery. That's not a degree in Afghanistan. Not childcare. Not hair cutting, believe it or not. Not gynecology. Think it's something that men need too, but women in Afghanistan can't go see men for this. It's dentists. Good job, WRG. Women can now be nurses and dentists in Afghanistan. Any step in that direction is good, right? Any step in that direction is good. They can study nursing and dentistry in Afghanistan now. But moving on, number 43, this is something I've never heard of. Maybe it's new, but I've never heard of this. Can you tell me which country hosted the Bolivarian Games? And if you know your history, that narrowed it down to only a couple countries. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, Vera. I didn't hear that, but I would not be shocked to hear that. Not Kazakhstan, not Bolivia, not Venezuela. You guys understand what Bolivarian means? The Bolivarian Games, basically like the Olympics, but just for the Bolivar countries. Not Colombia, not Ecuador. We're narrowing it down. Fear. It is Peru. Good job to Joshua. Peru hosted them. The Bolivarian Games. I like that. That's pretty cool. Bolivarian Games, basically an Olympics for just those countries in South America. And I guess Panama too. Number 44. This one is a number game. It is a year, but someone's going to get it. So we're not going to probably play the number game. Some of you already know this answer. South Africa's ANC party lost the majority this year. What year did they come into power? What year did South Africa's ANC party come into power? They lost it this year. Not 92, not 2012. It was 1994. Good job, Manatee. Manatee knows Joshua knows their South African history. 1994. The first president, Nelson Mandela, from the ANC. They are no longer the majority power in South Africa. The first time in South Africa's independence. The end of apartheid, exactly, Joshua. 1994. Number 45. I have a bit about Nelson Mandela, but if I have time, I'm gonna share it at the end. We won't do it now. We only have an hour left. So if I have time, I learned a neat fact about Nelson Mandela. I'm gonna share it at the end. Number 45. What former republic became part of Azerbaijan this year? What former republic became part of Azerbaijan this year? Like officially, legally, it was not Transnistria, not Abkhazia, not Nagorno-Karabakh. No, not Karabakh. That's still up in the air. Not Abkhazia, not Transnistria, not Nagorno-Karabakh. There's one more in this whole mess that you're leaving out. No, not Nakhchivan. That's already part of Azerbaijan. Nakhchivan's already there. There's one that you're leaving out. Not South Ossetia, not Dagestan. It's Artsakh. Good job, Yaudi. Artsakh officially became part of Azerbaijan on January 1st this year. Good for some people, bad for some people, but it is what it is. Artsakh is now part of Azerbaijan. Moving right along. This is a tragedy. This next question is about another tragedy. I will not be accepting jokes about it. Number 46. What did Israel use as explosive devices to attack Hezbollah members in Lebanon? What two things did they use? Pagers is one. Yeah, pagers. Which, shocking that people still use pagers in 2024. And then, yeah, walkie-talkie / cell phones. Hey, Kaylee's here. Good to see you. Yeah, which my only thing to say about that is that how do I say this without being insensitive? It seems like Israel's plans always come out of spy noir stories, like James Bond stories. Like, why? Is that where they get their ideas? I don't. Yeah, anyway, that's when I read that, I was like, for real? That's a thing? I feel like I've only read about that in spy novels, that it's real apparently, but moving right along. Oh, a security measure to use old tech. I see. They were using old stuff on purpose, which Israel exploited. Interesting, but moving right along. Number 47. I remember when this happened. The prime minister of which country survived an assassination attempt on May 15th? Yeah, that was an Ian Fleming idea, right, Joshua? I read that and I was like, that's like a spy novel idea. Not Japan. I think that was last year. Oh, no. I think that was last year, and he didn't survive. The former prime minister of Japan was assassinated. This prime minister survived an assassination attempt on May 15th. It was Slovakia. Good job to Veer. Was the prime minister of Slovakia. Good job, Veer. Veer remembers that too, apparently. Number 48. This is going to shock you, but then I'm going to explain it. You could be like, oh, okay. Abe did pass away, yes. Crazy. But moving on. Which country began a program to extend school hours? Which country began a program to extend school hours? It was not China, thankfully. Their school hours are already way too long. Not France. Not Iceland. I was hoping, because sometimes a person from this country comes to my trivia every once in a while. I was hoping they'd be here. They would know about this. Not the USA. Not South Korea. Their school days are already way too long. Not Germany. I'll explain it now while you guys guess that some schools in the more far away parts, what's the part I'm trying to say? More rural parts were only able to have school open for like 3 or 4 hours. So it would extend school hours to a full school day, which I'm like, okay, phew. It's not like they're already at like 8 hours and they're stretching it to 10. No, they're stretching it to like 6 to 8 hours. Not Australia. Good guess, Abrar, with the rural part, but no. Um, Not Mongolia. You guys haven't even guessed the right continent yet. Not even the right continent yet. Oh, Veer's on the right track. Veer's on the right track. Veer's getting it. Veer's getting it. Not quite there yet, but Veer's figured out the continent that this country is on. This country is starting a program to extend school hours in rural elementary schools. Stretch it out to it's called like the full school day program. We're just guessing Africa. Guessing Africa. No one's got it yet. Some of you've gotten close. Some of you've gotten very close, but not quite. I think Aurora was saying Libya, which is the answer. I'll give that to Aurora and Yowdy. That's a tie. It is Libya. Libya. Libya, Libya, Libya. Oh no, Veer. It's like, hold on, you're spamming. Slow down, Veer. Slow down, Veer. But yes, it was Libya. Number 49. Now, this is shocking to me. I couldn't believe when I read this. In November, which country announced they owned 1 billion USD in Bitcoin? Like on a government level. In November, which country announced that they owned 1 billion USD in Bitcoin? Now, you think it would be Ecuador, but it's not. So they love Bitcoin in Ecuador, and there's another country where, wait, am I maybe thinking of a different country? There's one country in particular that is pro Bitcoin, and it's not that country. It's a country you would not expect. El Salvador is what I was thinking of. It's not El Salvador. It is a country you would not expect. It is a country that is very environmentally friendly. So the fact that they own that much Bitcoin, which is very detrimental to the environment, I was like scratching my head. It is Bhutan. Good job, Yowdy. The answer is Bhutan. The Bhutanese government owns $1 billion US in Bitcoin. Why? That is such a waste. I disagree with that, Bhutan. But moving right along, number 50. We are almost halfway there, you guys. Sudan accused which country of funding an opposition militia? So Sudan's been trying to fight this opposition group for a couple years now. They specifically called out this one country for funding it. It's not Saudi Arabia, for once. It's not Saudi Arabia. What country is it? They said this country is funding this militia. Not Israel, not Iran, not the US. Believe it or not. For once. Not Russia, for once. Not Ethiopia, for once. Not the usual suspects. Well, kind of. I read this and I was like, I'm not surprised, but strange that they're invested in Sudan and they're not quite near. Dacia guessed Qatar, which is pretty close. I guess Saudi Arabia is a good guess too. It's in the Arab world. Veer's got it. It's the UAE. Aurora's got it. Yowdy's got it. Joshua's got it. The UAE. Which, of course, the UAE's been like, what are you talking? You're me? But anyway, moving right along. Number 51. For one day on March 30th, which country did not have an official airline? They closed down their airline on March 30th. They got a new one on March 31st. Which country was it? It's not Bhutan. The Bhutan's not Bhutan. One day, what country did not have an official airline? Oh, that's Veer's birthday. You couldn't fly to this country on your birthday. I mean, you could have been planning on it. It's not Nauru, but remember that, Abor, because Nauru will come back up in this quiz a couple times. Let me take a quick drink. Yeah, I should have got more water. Oh well. Which country can you fly to Nauru? Yes. I think, oh, first of all, Veer got it. It's Malta. Good job, Veer. The answer is Malta. Malta has a new national airline after quitting their old one, I guess, that went out of business. Yes, you can fly to Nauru. That's like the only way you can get to Nauru. They don't have a port, so you have to fly there. Yeah, I think Malta Air or is Air Malta. I forget which one, but they shut down and now they have a new one. But let's move on to a question that some of you are definitely going to get. Number 52. Which country participated in Eurovision for the first time in 31 years? I think it was called Air Malta. Like, I think you were very close here. Which country participated in Eurovision for the first time in 31 years? Not Iceland. I was reading about it. There's a whole Wikipedia article about why this country wasn't in Eurovision. And they got relegated out. I had no idea that could be a thing in Eurovision. I didn't know they had regulations. That's terrible. It was Luxembourg. Good job to Veer. Luxembourg was relegated out of Eurovision for 31 years. My goodness. But now Luxembourg's back. Good job, Luxembourg. Good job, Veer, for getting it. Number 53, there goes the big truck again. One of the nice things about living in an actual neighborhood is that, like, this is like a rare occurrence hearing a loud car go by. It's like, wow, there's a car outside. That's pretty cool. Will they return? Who knows? Probably. Number 53. Which country saw its first legal LGBT marriage on January 2nd? Which country saw its first legal LGBT marriage on January 2nd? Not Switzerland, not Greece, not Finland, not Greece, no. January 2nd, not Denmark. Right, Veer? Not France. Which country saw its first legal LGBT marriage on January 2nd? It is not Sweden. In fact, I read that this couple that got married were legally married in Sweden, and now they got to be legally married in the country that they live in. It is Estonia. Good job to Veer. The answer is Estonia. They got to be married in Estonia. Exactly, Howdy. Number 54. Speaking of Estonia, double Estonia for you. Estonia removed which language from its public school system? Estonia removed which language from its public school system? And of course, it's Russian. Good job, Veer. That one's kind of easy, right? Of course, it's Russian. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. This one is sad. Number 55. The Marawi massacre occurred in which Ethiopian region? The Marawi massacre occurred in which Ethiopian region? It's not Tigray. I put this because I knew you were all going to say Tigray, or at least some of you would say Tigray. And for once, it's not Tigray. For once. The Marawi massacre occurred in which Ethiopian region? Okay, Kilburana, I'm sorry. I don't understand what most of that means. Luz no Seda. I don't know who that is. But have fun in Olomouc. And it is Amhara. Good job to Veer. The answer is Amhara. That was in the Amhara region. Moving right along, number 56 is also kind of sad. Can you tell me which country has been in a civil war for the entirety of 2024? It didn't start in 2024, but I think it's the only country in the world that's been in a civil war for the entire year. And it's not Sudan. There's a lot going on in Sudan, but not an official civil war. Their government wasn't overthrown and all of that stuff. Not Yemen. That's a little different also. But good guess, Ryan. Not Georgia. Not Syria. That's only just literally started like last week. It started up again, which is really sad. Not Nigeria. It's sad that like all of these countries are not bad guesses. Isn't that sad? Not Iraq. No, no. This one you're gonna be kicking yourself. Your hint is that the civil war began in 2021. It's not Oman. Not Ethiopia. That's kind of different. Like it affects the entire country, not just part of the country. Not Yemen, not Sudan, not officially. Which one is officially going through like a massive civil war? It's Myanmar. Good job, Veer. The answer is Myanmar. Myanmar. Oh my goodness. Long time for train to Prague. Killer Beretta has a free hug sign. That's nice. Awesome. Number 57. Can you tell me which country elected its first female president on May 12th? Which country elected its first female president on May 12th? Not Mexico. We've already been over Mexico. This president has a name that sounds like it's from the country, so I didn't want to put their name. It would give you a big hint. Not Somalia, not Finland, not the Philippines, not Lithuania, not Nauru. BW is waiting for Nauru to pop back up. Yeah, Finland's first female president was in 2000, says Sphere. Which country elected its first female president on May 12th? It's not Namibia. Okay, your hint is that it is European. It is in Europe. It is. Is it Veer? On May 12th. That's my specific. Yes, Gilberta. See, this is May 12th. That's where I get you. Which country elected its first female president on May 12th? Because there are a lot of new female presidents this year around the world. I didn't include every country's election, but yeah, there's too many elections. Every year there's always too many elections. Oh, that was 2 days ago? No way, I didn't read about that, Veer. That's amazing. It's not Estonia, not Slovakia. But yeah, it is European. Which country elected its first female president on May 12th? Not Slovakia. Not Bulgaria. I don't know how to give you any more of a hint. I mean, I could. All right, Kaylee, have a good night. It's good to see you again as well. Not Latvia. Not Romania. Okay, I'll let you guys think a little longer and then I'll tell you which part of Europe it's in. It's in a very specific part of Europe. It would be like saying like Scandinavia is a part of Europe, but it's not in Scandinavia. Which part of Europe it's in? Let's see. Which country elected its first female president on May 12th? May 12th. It was North Macedonia. Good job, Veer. The answer is North Macedonia. North Macedonia. Good job, Veer. Number 58. This one could have multiple answers. So if I tell you not that country and you're like, well, actually that country did do it, just let me know because I didn't further research. I kind of researched this a bit, but I don't know if any other country did this in 2024. If they did, just let me know. Which country hired SpaceX's Starlink to provide internet connection to rural areas? Dimitrescu Castle's in Slovakia? No way, I didn't know that. Not Ukraine, not China. Not Estonia, not India. Which country hired Starlink to provide internet connection to rural areas? Definitely not Japan. They have no issues with the internet. Not Nigeria. Not Finland. Yeah. Not Australia. Not South Africa. Your hint is Asia. Hint number 1, it is in Asia. It's an Asian country. Not Laos. If you're just going to spam Asian countries now, not Iran, not Thailand, not Cambodia, not Saudi Arabia. Not Kazakhstan, not Malaysia, Kila Beretta. That's a pretty good guess. Pretty good guess. It's Indonesia. Good job to Jack for getting it first. It's Indonesia. It was Indonesia. I don't think there are rural parts of Singapore. I don't think Singapore has a rural area, does it? But yeah, Indonesia is the answer. Good job, Jack. Not making fun of you, Kila Beretta. I just thought I don't think Singapore has a rural area. Moving on. Can you tell me, number 59, can you tell me which country is currently being ran by a Nobel Peace Prize winner? Thank you, Nayas. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you very much. Which country is currently being ran by a Nobel Peace Prize winner? It's not Ethiopia. It is Bangladesh. Good job. Nayas. Let me know if I'm saying that horribly wrong, okay? Nias? Nias? I'm not sure, but it is Bangladesh. Yeah, it's being because the current leader fled the country, so it's being ran by Muhammad Yunus, who created the the seed, not the seed bank. What's it called? He had a banking system for microloans, and he won the World Peace Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize, because of it. And he's running the country of Bangladesh currently. I didn't know that before making this quiz. That's pretty neat. Moving on, number 60. Which country began, the Grameen Bank. Thank you, nice. That's what it's called, the Grameen Bank. Yes, microfinancing and microcredit, yes. Which country began weekly flights to Brisbane, Australia with a layover in Palau? Oh, nice, is Bangladesh. You joined at just the right time. Just the right moment. That's amazing. And it is Nauru. Good job, Veer. Nauru now has direct flights to Australia. Just Brisbane, but it's a step in the right direction. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. It is Nauru. Number 61. The son of which country's first democratically elected president became president himself? Nauru is the smallest republic, but has the most of my heart. Not the Philippines. I think that was last year. I think that happened last year, right? In the Philippines? It's this year. And I don't think Marcos was democratically elected back in the day, the first one. Not Turkmenistan. They don't have elections there. Canada's happened ages ago. This is a 2024 quiz. It was 2022 in the Philippines. Yeah, Canada's happened ages ago, and that was definitely not the first democratically elected president in Canada, Trudeau. This country's first democratically elected president's son became president this year. That's okay, Fear. Time is linear. That's okay. Do I have a streaming schedule? Yes, I'll be streaming again in 2 weeks. November. Oh my gosh, it's December. Let me see my calendar. Wait, this is my 2025 calendar. I don't have 2024. Oh, here it is. I'm going to be streaming again on the 19th. The 19th, and it will be a quiz about all the regions I talked about on my channel in 2024. It'll be 4 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what time that is in Bangladesh. You're going to have to look that up. So it'll be, 4 p.m. Pacific time. 4 p.m. Pacific time. Even though I'm in Idaho, I'm still on Pacific time. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, in 2 weeks at the same time. It's not Sri Lanka. I don't think that happened this year. It happened, just not in 2024. Oh, Nias is in Stockholm right now. Well, that's an even better time. You'll be much closer to the actual time than in Bangladesh. Not Sweden. So again, the question is the son of which country's first democratically elected president became president himself this year? So far, the guesses are way off. Way off. You know what I should do real quick? My channel members are watching Vlogmas right now. I'm going to film some Vlogmas content. Not Egypt. Not Egypt. All right. Let's see. Hello, Vlogmas. We are live. Everyone say hello to the channel members watching Vlogmas this year. Not Venezuela. Not Indonesia. Way off. We're trying to guess. With the son of which country says hello. The son of which country's first democratically elected president became president himself. Hello, says Ryan. Hello, channel members. I'm moving my thumb out of there. Channel members watching Vlogmas. Let me flip the camera. Oh, Liz is here. Hey, Liz. Hello to you. Hello to you. Let me flip the camera real quick. So here's what I look like when I'm streaming. Interesting. Abror says hi. Jack says hi. Let me flip it again. Hello. Hi, says Yowdy. All right. Let me give you a better hint. Central America. This is a country. I have an itch. Ooh. This is a country in Central America. Central America. Not Belize, not Panama, not Nicaragua, not Honduras, not Belize, not Costa Rica, not Colombia. It is Guatemala. Good job to Abror for getting it first. The answer is Guatemala. Guatemala. Moving on. We only have like half an hour left. We got to get going. We gotta speed this up. Number 62. In January, the U.S. and its allies began attacks on which country's reigning militia group? This one's kind of easy. In January, the U.S. and its allies began attacks on which country's reigning militia group? And it is, of course, Yemen. Good job to Veer. The answer is Yemen. Yemen, moving right along. Number 63. Which country's presidential election was not recognized by the Carter Center as legitimate, leading to protests? The Carter Center helps verify elections around the world, make sure they're free and fair. So which country did not pass the test? It was Venezuela. Good job to Yaudi. The answer is Venezuela, leading to huge protests. Number 64. Which country held a nationwide referendum about joining the EU on October 20th? Which country held a nationwide referendum about joining the EU on October 20th? Not the Ukraine, it was Moldova. Good job, Abror. Yes, your current events here. It was Moldova, and I think it passed, right? They're going to start moving toward joining the EU, which is, I think that'll be a good thing for Moldova. Number 65, what body of water, geography quiz, what body of water and the countries around it experienced heavy flooding in April. Right now, it's like my subscribers are the smartest people on YouTube. That's like indisputable. The smartest people on YouTube are subscribed to ASMR Geographica. What body of water and the countries around it experienced heavy flooding in April? Multiple countries around this body of water experienced flooding in April. What body of water is it? The Persian Gulf. Good job, Tavir. The answer is the Persian Gulf. The Persian Gulf. Speaking of, number 66. What is the first Gulf country to join the U.S. visa waiver program? Right, Liz? Everyone's smart. I have to step up trivia, make it harder and harder because my viewers are the smartest people on YouTube. Definitely not Saudi Arabia, not the UAE, not Israel. So people from this country are allowed to visit the US without a visa for like 60 days or something like that. Not Kuwait. It is Qatar. Good job too, Yaudi, for getting it first, right behind Nice and Jack and Kila Beretta. It is Qatar. Qatar's, you can visit without a visa in the USA. Number 65. This is also kind of sad. Well, it is sad. Where was the Battle of Tinzawaten fought? Which was a battle where government forces were supported by the Wagner Group. Which country was the Battle of Tinzawaten fought? Not Uganda. The government forces in this battle were supported by the Wagner Group, which I threw in there to throw you off. But you guys know it's in Africa. Not Algeria, not Nigeria, not Ukraine. See, I was trying to trick you. It's not Ukraine. It's not Ukraine. It is an African country. Not Libya, not Western Sahara, not Sudan. Tinzawaten. Is Wagner the military for hire? Kind of, yeah. If you have enough money, yeah. Not Ethiopia, not Kenya, not Eritrea, not Chad abroad, but that's a pretty good guess. It's not Chad. It is Mali. Good job too, Veer. The answer is Mali. It was in Mali. It was like on the border of Chad and Mali. Yeah, mercenaries, exactly. Number 66 has 2 answers. I don't expect someone to get them both right at once, but we'll see if we have 2 winners or 1 winner, okay? On March 31st, which 2 countries joined the Schengen area through sea and air? Which, if you're not European, the Schengen area is the countries that you can cross borders without needing like a passport or anything. They're all EU linked. So which countries joined it through sea and air? There's 2 of them. And Veer knew them both. Bulgaria and Romania. Good job, Veer. See, here's me going. Oh, Kila Beretta knew it too. Wow. Good job, you guys. Yeah, Bulgaria and Romania. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. Moving on. Number 67. Which country saw protests in May and June over changes to the tax system? I think this one passed too. Which country saw protests in May and June over changes to the tax system? Oh, I bet, Kila Beretta. Not Argentina, not the UK. Let me see real quick. Okay. It is Kenya. Good job, Veer. Veer with those fast Google hands. It is Kenya. Which, by the way, yeah, big up chat, right? I do allow you guys to use Google if Like, if someone knows it before the Googlers get it, that's great, but that was knowledge? Stop, fear. That's amazing that you knew that. But, like, if you guys are stuck, you're totally free to just Google the answer. There are news articles. Look at that. Veer knows a lot about current events this year. I'm proud of you. Number 68. Oh, this one, if you know history, this is easy. 2024 was the 50th anniversary of the Turkish invasion of which country? 2024 was the 50th anniversary of the Turkish invasion of which country? It's not Greece, not Russia. 50th anniversary of Cyprus. Good job, Tavir. The answer is Cyprus. Good job, Jack. Good job, Ryan. 50th year of the invasion of Cyprus, and still not resolved. But that's another issue. Number 69. The head of which country's Communist Party passed away this July? The head of which country's Communist Party passed away this July? Hmm. You know, a Biafran opposition politician was arrested. Really, Veer? That's interesting. It's not Russia. They don't have communism in Russia anymore. I think it's like illegal now, isn't it? Not Azerbaijan. Not Cuba. You're on the right track, though. Think communism. Not Portugal. The head of which country's Communist Party passed away this July? They had to appoint a new one. Not India. Think, not North Korea. Can you imagine? No. Not Georgia. Not Kerala. There we go. Bellman's got it. It's Vietnam. Good job to Bellman for getting it. It's Vietnam. I don't know how often I could say think communism before someone circles and figures out I'm talking about Vietnam. Good job, Bellman. And he was very old from what I could tell. Rest in peace. Number 70. Can you tell me which country yet again delayed their elections, pushing them to 2026? They're supposed to hold their first democratic elections this year. They pushed it back again to 2026. It is not Ukraine. That's a whole other issue. That's indefinite. Not Chad, not Pakistan. This country's first elections, I think, period. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this country has never had elections, which is kind of a hint, actually. Kind of a hint. If you keep struggling, I'll tell you why they've never had elections. It's not Afghanistan. That's not happening anytime soon. Not Eswatini. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon either. Please, why? Why? Because this country, oh, Woody's got it. It's South Sudan. Because this country is new. It's only, like 13 years old? 14? No, 12 years old? How old is South Sudan? They've never been stable enough to have their own elections, and they're just too new. 13 years, yeah. Yeah, you're doing good, Veer. You're figuring it out. Yeah, they just have never had a chance to have elections. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But moving right along, number 71. In the Canary Islands in January and February, around 12,000 refugees arrived from which country? In the Canary Islands, which is your big hint, in January and February, around 12,000 refugees arrived from which country? It's not Egypt, it's not Palestine, not Morocco. Canary Islands is your big hint. It is not Spain. Not Syria, not Iraq, not Western Sahara, not Senegal. You guys are figuring it out. It is Mauritania. Good job to Jack. The answer is Mauritania. Mauritania. Good job, Jack. Number 72. Which country was gifted a patrol boat from Australia in October? Such a random question. I wrote these questions and I'm like, what? Not New Zealand. Which country was gifted its own patrol boat from Australia in October? It's not Nauru, but you're not terribly far off there. It's not Nauru. Not Palau, not Fiji, not Indonesia. They wouldn't need a boat from Australia. It is Tuvalu. Good job, Veer. The answer is Tuvalu. Got their own patrol boats. So I guess that means they have a coast guard now in Tuvalu. Pretty exciting. Good job, Veer, for getting it first. It is Tuvalu. Number 73. I almost said that way wrong. Number 73. In May, which country's newly elected prime minister was the first one born after the country's independence? So this person was elected in May. He's the first prime minister of this country who was born after the independence of that country. Can you tell me what country it is? It is not Estonia. Not Estonia. The first prime minister born after independence. Definitely not South Korea. Not South Sudan. Not the PNG. What happened to DR? That is true, JJ. I have not heard from DR recently, but we hope that all is well. Liz, Estonia has been mentioned so many times in this quiz. We had an Estonia question earlier. I'm sorry you missed it. It's not Kosovo. Not Canada. My goodness. The first person born after independence to become prime minister. It's not Taiwan. So you have to think this person is probably in their wait, let me do math off screen. Wait, I lost count. All right. This guy is in his 40s or 50s. Let's just put it that way. There's your hint. This guy is probably in his early 50s. Oh no, that's okay, Liz. I know it's very early in England right now. It's the worst place to be for trivia is in the UK because of just it's smack dab in the middle of the night. Hello, Samuel from Ireland. Welcome, welcome. So this country's newly elected prime minister is the first one born after the country's independence. Not Slovenia. Joshua, be nice. Not Senegal. You guys are way off. Pretty far off. Yeah, 2 in the morning where Woody is. It's almost 3 in the morning where Nias is. Not El Salvador. Evan's trying to think. If we're way off, where have we gone? It's not Zimbabwe. Not Kazakhstan. Think Asia. There we go. Nias is continent. What's the question, says Dylan. So this country's newly elected prime minister is the first one born after the country's independence. Not Thailand. Thailand doesn't have an Independence Day. Not Laos, not Cambodia. It is Singapore. Good job, Veer. Veer's just typing in Southeast Asian countries until they get it. It is Singapore. Singapore's new prime minister, the first one born after independence. I mean, I don't mind the spam. It's a strategy, right? It's a winning strategy, I suppose. Number 75. Which city, don't give me the country, give me the city. Which city's prison was attacked by gangs in March, allowing 3,700 inmates to escape? Which city's prison was attacked by gangs in March, allowing 3,700 inmates to escape? It is not Caracas. I know. Nice. Once you realize where, you'll be like, oh, that tracks. It is Port-au-Prince. Good job to Yaudi. The answer is Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti. It's been a mess of a year in Haiti. My goodness. That was the least awful question I could make about Haiti's year, which says a lot. Number 76. Which country experienced a 5-hour coup attempt in June, on June 26th? Which country experienced a 5-hour coup attempt on June 26th? It is not Chad. They nipped that in the bud real quick and arrested the guy that tried it too. Not Niger. It is Bolivia. Good job, Veer. Veer's on top of the current events. It was Bolivia. Good job, Veer. Along that same vein, number 77. Which country experienced a full on coup attempt on May 19th? Hmm. Yes, both these coups I'm talking about failed. Not Niger. I think that was last year as well. It was the DRC. Good job, Veer. Man, Veer's on top of it. It was the DRC. Good job, Veer. Number 78. Which country ordered the shutdown of Kloop, one of the country's most popular news websites? Right, Yowdy, what's a coup? It is an attempt to overthrow the government. It's spelled COUP because it's a French word. Attempt to overthrow the government. Which country ordered the shutdown of Kloop, one of the country's most popular news websites? Because it turns out that this news organization was investigating the leader's son, and they said shut it down. Yeah, it comes from the term coup d'etat. Kloop, it's with a K. Kloop, not the Philippines. Good guess, though, from investigating I don't know if it's a president or prime minister. I don't remember. But they're investigating his son, and they were like, nope, shut it down. Not Jamaica. Sounds Jamaican, but it's not. I could see something like that existing in Jamaica. Not the Netherlands. It sounds Dutch too, doesn't it? It is not. It's from the Netherlands. Kloop. Good ASMR word. Kloop, kloop, kloop. Not Bulgaria. Not Tajikistan, Abor, but you are not far off. Not Kazakhstan. It's a little farther, but also not far off. And Tajikistan's a pretty good guess. It is Kyrgyzstan. Good job to Veer. The answer is Kyrgyzstan. 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 Good job, Veer. Number 79. Which African country, hint, which African country expelled US troops and replaced them with Russian ones? Which African country expelled US troops and replaced them with Russian ones at the various military bases in this country? Which African country? Not Liberia, not Somalia, not Chad, not Congo, not Eritrea. All good guesses. All really good guesses. This country's been mentioned kind of recently. We were talking about the coup attempts. There's your hint. Not South Sudan. Not Mozambique. It is Niger. Good job, RMK. The answer is Niger. Niger kicked out all the American soldiers in their country and replaced them with Russian ones. Which, did I not see? Veer, you did not pop up. You know what? It might have been, it's either you were spamming and it blocked you, or sometimes YouTube doesn't like the word Niger. I should have rephrased it to get Niger out of the answer, but yeah, you got it on a technicality. I do not have a Discord, and that is because I am a millennial and I don't understand how Discord works. Not to mention, I don't want to open a Discord and then scandal happens and it falls onto me because I've seen that happen to too many creators. So if anyone wants to start their own ASMR Geographica Discord server, I that's fine. Just let me know. It's like back in the day we called them message boards. Today it's an app called Discord. So if anyone wants to start an unofficial Discord, that is fine. If scandal happens on it, it won't be tied back to me. So I did not. Yeah, it's like a forum app. But moving on. Number 80. We're almost there. Which country withdrew its recognition of Taiwan on January 15th? This was one of the few countries that recognized Taiwan as independent. They withdrew that this year on January 15th. Which country was it? Not Czechia. Not Spain. Not Ireland. On January 15th, they withdrew their recognition of Taiwan. Not a lot of countries nowadays recognize Taiwan as independent because China writes big ol' checks, and that is exactly what happened in this case. It was Nauru. Good job, RMK. It was Nauru. Nauru was one of the few countries that recognized Taiwan, no longer, because China wrote them a check. And Nauru always needs money. Good job, RMK. It was Nauru. Speaking of Nauru, number 81, Nauru formed a national sporting team this year for which sport? Nauru formed a national sporting team for which sport? Big news in Nauru. They have a national team, and RMK got it. It is soccer. In Nauru, they say soccer. So they have a soccer team. Good job, RMK. It is a soccer team. Number 82. Ecuadorian police raided the embassy of which country, searching for the fleeing former vice president? Listen, some countries say soccer. Nauru is one of them. They say soccer. They don't say football. My country says soccer. Australia says soccer. It is not Venezuela. So this vice president, former vice president, was granted asylum from a country. He fled to that embassy and the police raided it. And that is like a big no-no. You don't do that if you're granted asylum. That is like a violation of like human rights, to be honest. You guys are awfully close, though. You have not guessed the country, but you're guessing countries in the right part of the world. Let me say it that way. You are in the right part of the world. I feel like someone's going to get it in a second. That's why I'm not saying anything. No, they didn't flee to Ecuador. They're Ecuadorian, and they fled to this country's embassy in Ecuador. They're already Ecuadorian. And I think that's an I. It's Mexico. Good job to I. It's either a lowercase L or an I. Let me know. But it is indeed Mexico. Good job. It is Mexico. Number 83. What country created tension with Croatia after it recognized the atrocities of a World War II camp? You know what I'm talking about when I say World War II camp, right? Trying to appease the algorithm. This country officially recognized the atrocities there. This camp was technically in Croatia. Croatia's like, whoa. Which country did this? It is not Poland, which would make sense, but it's not Poland, not Slovenia, not Italy, not Germany, not Bosnia, not Slovenia, not Albania. But you guys are on the right track. You're getting there. You're getting there. Not Slovakia. Not Slovakia. Not Kosovo. Not Macedonia. We're on the right track. It is Montenegro. Good job to Veer. It was Montenegro. Montenegro. Good job, Veer. I guess we're going to run long because it's almost 6 o'clock here and we still have, like 20 questions to get through. So we're going to go a little long tonight. I hope that's okay. Please stick around because I noticed there's a huge drop off after 2 hours of audience. Stick around, guys. Okay. Actually, in order to prevent that, give this video a quick like if you haven't done so already to kind of boost it a little bit for these last couple of minutes. I'd appreciate that very much. Number 84. Ibrahim Iskander was elected king of which country? Hey, Ekram, good to see you. Ibrahim Iskander was elected king of which country this year? Not Albania. Elected king. There's very few countries that elect their kings. It is Malaysia. Good job, Tuvir. The answer is Malaysia. They have 9 royal families, and every couple years, it's every 5 years or so, they elect a king from one of those royal families to be the king of Malaysia. So it's like a president king. It's interesting system. But good job, Veer. It is Malaysia. Number 85. Oh, this is sad. Sorry. Which country saw the deadliest landslide of the 21st century in May? Which country saw the deadliest landslide of the 21st century in May? It is not China. No, that sounds like something that would happen in China or Turkey. It did not happen in either country, not Morocco. The deadliest landslide of the 21st century happened this year in which country? It was Papua New Guinea. Good job to Veer. The answer is Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea. I should say, at this point in the quiz, we're hitting really obscure countries. So, Ekrim, there was a massive landslide, and it was the most deadliest landslide in the past 20 years. It was in Papua New Guinea. Very tragic event. But we're moving on to another tragic event. Can you tell me, number 86, what was the name of the hurricane that passed over Trinidad and Tobago on June 30th? Not Helene. What was the hurricane that passed over? Oh, I'll give that to Yowdy. It's Beryl. There it is. It was Hurricane Beryl. Good job to Yowdy for getting it first. Hurricane Beryl. This is interesting, actually. Number 87. Which country replaced its national anthem this year with an older version? It did hit Texas, but I was researching Caribbean countries when I came up with that question. Not New Zealand. They replaced the national anthem with an older version from the 1960s and 70s. Not Honduras. What country is it? They got a new national anthem. It was Nigeria. Good job to Veer. Yowdy was in Texas during Beryl. That's how you know. You met Hurricane Beryl. Yes, Nigeria has a new national anthem this year. Cool facts, I think. That's neat. Number 88. Which country won its first ever Olympic gold medal, won by Thea Laford in the women's triple jump? Which country won its... Oh, Veer already knows it's Dominica. Veer remembers it is Dominica. Hold on to that, Veer. Hold on to those first gold medal facts. It was Dominica. Number 89. Which president... Yeah, hold on to that, Veer. Hold on to that. Which country elected its youngest ever president, Bassirou Diomaye Faye? That's his name. Which country elected its youngest ever president? And RMK got it. It is Senegal. Good job to RMK. The answer is Senegal. Senegal. I'm always a fan of younger presidents. Clearer minds, not aged minds. Number 90. Oh, Veer didn't know that. We got Veer, you guys. We got Veer on something. Number 90. The Edelston Prize for Human Rights was awarded to a journalist who has been imprisoned in which country? The Edelston Prize, which is a prize for recognizing human rights, was awarded to a journalist imprisoned in which country? Surprisingly, not Russia or Iran. For once. It is another authoritarian country, but it's not Russia or Iran, surprisingly. Another country that jails its journalists, not North Korea. We would never hear of them again if they were in North Korea. Or China. Not China either, not Venezuela. And remember, we're in the part of the quiz with the obscure countries, right? Think obscure. I think I only have one other country in here that's not obscure because it's a cool fact that I read about a major country. So think obscure. It is Eritrea. Good job, too, Yaudi. The answer is Eritrea. He's been in prison since 2001, which is obscene. But we're moving right along. Number 91, which country left, Africa's North Korea, right? Which country left the African Union in January 18th? They changed up a lot of things in this country on January 18th. The next question is going to be about it too. They changed a lot of things about their country, one of them being that they left the African Union. It's not Egypt. Which country is it? They went through a lot of changes. It's not Morocco. Not Libya. Not Mali. Not Algeria. Not Chad. Not Mozambique. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of African countries popping up. Your other hint is that they also left ECOWAS, which is the Union of West African countries. That's your other hint. It's not Senegal. Not South Africa. Not Liberia. Not Togo. Not the Gambia. Not Sierra Leone. Not Togo. No, not Togo. Togo. Not Gabon. We're circling the drain. Oh, Belmin's got it. It's Burkina Faso. Good job to Belmin for getting it first. It is Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. What else did Burkina Faso do? Number 92. Burkina Faso dropped which language from its official languages that day also? They just changed up so much. Burkina Faso dropped which language from its official languages? And of course, it was French, as everyone knows. Looks like Veer got it first, though. So congrats to Veer. It is French. It is French. Number 93. Which country's homicide rate dropped 70%? Which country's homicide rate dropped 70%? And of course, it was El Salvador. Good job, RMK, for getting it first. It was El Salvador. Slowly in Japan. Imagine. No, it was El Salvador. Number 94. Oh, this one is kind of sad. The World Food Program. Oh, Seymour is here from Azerbaijan. Hello, hello. Imagine. The World Food Program announced that 95% of this country's population cannot afford one meal a day. The World Food Program announced that 95% of this country's population cannot afford one meal a day. How tragic. It is not India, not Somalia. It is Sudan. Good job to Yaudi. The answer is Sudan. How sad is that? And Sudan has just not had a good day in decades, have they? Number 95. This country's Democratic Party lost power after being in control since 1966. I wrote this like a Jeopardy question. This country's Democratic Party lost power after being in control since 1966. Which country is it? It is not Germany. Good night, Janice. Thank you so much for listening. And Bela, too, for listening as well. Have a good night. Not France, not Japan, not the USA, not Great Britain, not Austria, not the UK. They've been in power since 1966. It is an African country, JJ. We're in the obscure countries now. So not Italy, not Chad, not Hungary, not South Africa, not Lesotho. We already talked about South Africa's party. Not Liberia, not Equatorial Guinea, not Namibia, not Mozambique. No, it's not the USA. The Democratic Party has not been in power since 1966, that's for sure. It is Botswana. Good job to Yaudi. Yeah, since like the formation of Botswana, the same political party has been in power, and this is the first year that they are not. So lots of political change-ups around the world. Yeah, I know, Veer, you love Botswana. So do I. Yes, it's Botswana. Speaking of Botswana, number 96. This is a number game, and we're going to have to play the number game for this one. We are going to have to play it. Botswana won its first ever gold medal at the Olympics. How fast did Letsile Tebogo run the 200 meters? How fast did this person win the 200 meter to win a gold medal for Botswana? Take a guess. I will tell you higher or lower. 10 minutes. 200 meters. All right. Higher than 15, lower than 20. We'll just round it up. It was 19. Good job to Mastu. 19. It was 19.46 seconds. I won't worry about the decimals. That's too much. Good job. It is 19 seconds. I hope I said your name right. How far is 200 meters? Like, I don't know. It's shorter than the 100 meters. But yeah. I can't answer that. I can't describe length. Let's see let's do meters to feet. Hold on. We're already going long. I do have a very clacky keyboard. Oops, sorry. It is 656 feet. There we go. Thanks, Fear. It doesn't take 10 meters. Yeah. 1 mile is 1,600 meters. That's true. Thanks, Bellman. So yeah, that much. Running that in 19 seconds. Pretty amazing. Number 97. Can you tell me, it's seconds, yes. Can you tell me what is the first and only country to recognize independent Somaliland? We now officially have a country that recognizes Somaliland as independent, the only one in the world. What country is it? And by the way, this is not an obscure country. This is like the last non-obscure country question. But you guys are on the right track. Abror's got it. It's Ethiopia. Good job to Abror. The answer is Ethiopia. Ethiopia recognizes Somaliland. Somaliland, one step toward recognition of independence. Number 98. The former president of which country was released from prison after 11 years? I'm not sure if they were in prison or like house arrest, but they were released. But they were released because they're having a retrial. Which country is it? Like they could be just going straight back to jail. But they were released this year after 11 years. What country was it? The former president of which country was released from prison after 11 years? It's not Lula. No, not Lula. This was this year. This is 2024 trivia. 2024 trivia. So it happened this year. Not Tajikistan, not South Korea. Not Peru. I'll let you guys guess a little more before I give you a hint. Not Sudan. Your hint is technically Asia, not Israel, not Venezuela. Technically Asia. Technically Asia, not Iran, not Iraq, not Turkey, not Syria, not Russia, not Mongolia, not Azerbaijan, not Georgia, not Kyrgyzstan. I like how you guys took my hint and went in the wrong direction. You guys went west when that's not the right direction at all. Not Cyprus, that is Europe. not Laos, not Japan, not Indonesia, not Cambodia, not Nauru. Nauru's not in Asia. Not Myanmar. Remember, I said technically Asia. Technically, this country's part of Asia. Not Fiji. And I say that because this country is not in mainland Asia. So, not Armenia, not Georgia, not a country in mainland Asia. So, it's not Singapore. Again, the question is the former president of which country was released from prison after 11 years? So, not the Philippines. That's a good guess, but still wrong direction. I feel like I have to double check. Oh, never mind. You already got it. It's the Maldives. Maldives is in Asia. You're making me doubt myself. The Maldives is Asian. Good job, Yowdy. The answer is the Maldives. The Maldives. The Maldives. Remember, we're in obscure countries now. Number 99. Speaking of the Maldives, this is not an obscure country, I guess. The Maldives banned passport holders from which country this year? The Maldives banned passport holders from which country? I know what you're going to say. Oh, never mind. You guys got it. It's Israel. Abror got it first. I thought you were all going to say Russia right away. And I was going to be like, not Russia. It was Israel. Good job, Abror, for getting it first. The answer is Israel. If you're Israeli, no Maldives, which I don't think that's right. I don't think you should. No, I don't. It's one thing if it's like, if like you're banning certain people who might be suspicious, but just regular people, I don't know. They won't get to go to the beach. They have beaches in Israel. It's fine. They'll figure it out. Number 98. Everyone's happy for the Maldives. Okay. Number 98. Which, see, it's like say I'm American, right? If Donald Trump does some dubious stuff next year, I get punished by not being able to travel. It's like if you just ban countries that have terrible leaders doing terrible things, like, I don't know. That's my opinion. That is true. They are in the IDF. That is a different, yes, that is a good point. I didn't think of it that way. Moving right along. Number 98. Which country was donated a new presidential palace by China? China told this country, we're going to build you 3 new government buildings as a treat. One of them was a new presidential palace. What country was it? It's not Turkmenistan. They would build their own. Not Nauru. There is no room for a presidential palace on Nauru. Definitely not Afghanistan. No one's over there doing building projects. Not Uzbekistan. Remember, obscure countries now, right? Not Nepal, not Namibia. Wait, I lost my spot. Not Tuvalu. It's Vanuatu. Good job, Veer. The answer is Vanuatu. China is just stretching its claws out to Oceania, trying to get all those little countries on their side. And it's working. It really is. It's Vanuatu is the answer. Good job, Veer. Number 99. In January, Ecuador declared a war on what? In January, Ecuador declared a war on what? Hold on. I had an order that just shipped. Okay. I'll give that to Veer. Gangs and crime. It's organized crime. Pineapple on pizza. That would be me if I was president. I do not want hot fruit on my pizza or like cold fruit on my hot pizza. That's what I'm trying to say. No, thank you. But yes, organized crime was the answer. So Veer said crime and gangs. So I'll give him that. Definitely not bananas. Is this the part in the stream where everyone goes wacky? Is that what's happening right now? Is that probably Veer, I don't know. I don't think it's good at all, but I'm just not a pineapple person in general, and I love pizza, so I can't agree to that. But moving right along, number 100. We have 10 questions left. Yeah, I guess pineapple's fine, but I don't love it. In October, the UK announced it would return the Chagos archipelago to which country? This is huge geography news. This is incredible. The Chagos archipelago is being returned to which country? The UK has been claiming it for a long time, and the people there just want to be reunited, not the Faroe Islands. They still have a military base there that they're keeping, but it's going back to, um, oh, not Madagascar, not the Maldives. I thought someone would get it by then. I thought someone would know it. The Chagos Archipelago, not the Solomons, not the Falklands. It's not Ireland. The Chagos Archipelago. Mauritius. Good job, Veer. Yes, it's going back to Mauritius. Finally, Mauritius has been campaigning for this. The people of the Chagos Archipelago has been begging for this. It's finally happening, except for Diego Garcia. That island is staying part of Great Britain, but all the others are, and that is amazing news. Some not good things have gone down on those islands because of the British owning them. So I'm happy. Number 101. How do you spell Chagos? Exactly like that, JJ. Exactly like that. Yeah, Diego Garcia is part of the Chagos Archipelago. Yeah, same with the Uyghurs. That would also be really amazing at Grimreed. Number 101. Which country's president passed away from cancer in February? I have an itch right here. Hold on. Which country's president passed away from cancer in February? Not Estonia. Why is Estonia always coming back up? It was Namibia. There you go, Veer. There's your Namibia question. Good job to Veer. It was Namibia. Very tragic when a head of state passes away while in power, because that just leads to chaos, right? Yeah, RIP to that guy. How terrible to lose your battle of cancer like that. Number 102. 102. Which country won its first ever Olympic gold medal, won by Julianne Alfred in the women's 100 meter? I'll wait. There it is. Veer knows. It's St. Lucia. Yowdy remembers. It is St. Lucia. St. Lucia. Good job, Veer. Number 103. Hurricane Beryl wiped out electricity on Carriacou, an island belonging to which country? A Hurricane Beryl wiped out electricity on Carriacou, which is part of Grenada. Good job to Veer, who remembers that Carriacou is one of the islands of Grenada. Good job, Veer. Number 104. Which country adopted... Hey, Elle, good to see you. I'm almost done, but stick around. Which country adopted a new constitution in May, changing the government from presidential to parliamentary? Which country adopted a new constitution in May, changing the government from presidential to parliamentary? It is definitely not Turkey. That's not happening anytime soon. Definitely not India. Not Gabon. Remember, obscure countries now, right? No big countries. This is a very little country, to be honest, in size. Not Nicaragua. Not Kosovo. I got hiccups. Not Gambia. I am very close, JJ. I'm excited to hit that milestone, hopefully by the end of the year. Yeah, do you know it's not the Vatican City? You know it's not Equatorial Guinea. You guys are on the right track. Keep going. Keep going. Not Rwanda. It is Togo. Good job, Veer. The answer is Togo. I keep bumping this. New setup. Yes, it is Togo. Speaking of Togo, number 105, Togo launched a program to give its citizens free what? Yeah, right continent. That's why I was like, you guys are getting there. Togo launched a program to give its citizens free health care. Good job, Veer. There's now free health care in Togo for the Togoese, which is awesome. Um, number 106. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, announced in September they are going to loan $210 million to which African country? I think it was a loan. I was trying to read more about it. It was really weird phrasing. I'm not sure if it's just a gift or a loan, but we'll see. Just think very small countries. Very small countries. You guys are getting it. You guys will figure it out. We're getting there. Very small country that could very much use some monetary assistance. Uh, but not in the south of Africa. Don't you guys are going further south. Stay up in the west. Stay in the west. We're almost there. We're almost there. Not Burkina Faso, not Sierra Leone, not Ghana, not Egypt. It is Liberia. Good job. Too yowdy. The answer is Liberia. 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 Number 107. Which African country opened its first solar power plant? Which African country opened its first solar power plant? Look at those Liberian flags. Just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Smaller and smaller. I didn't realize that we're shrinking down in country size. We're going tiny, guys. Tiny, tiny country. Very tiny country in Africa. Like one of the smallest. One of the smallest countries in Africa. It is the Gambia. Good job, Veer. It is the Gambia opened its first solar power plant. Number 108. Which country announced it was malaria free on February 2nd? And your hint is that we're going even smaller than the Gambia. Smaller than the Gambia. Which country announced it's now malaria free as of February 2nd, which is amazing. My gosh. That's such good news. Smaller than the Gambia. Smaller than the Gambia. Not Nauru. And not the Seychelles. It is Cape Verde. Good job, Tavir. As we say in America, we say Cape Verde, not Cabo Verde, but that's what they call it. Good job, Veer. It is Cabo Verde. I have 2 more questions for you, and they are fun questions, okay? I'll give you one, I'll say my goodbyes, and we'll wrap it up with an extra fun question. Number 109, can you tell me which film won Best Picture at the Oscars? Which film won Best Picture at the Oscars? No? Who won Best Picture this year? It was Oppenheimer. Good job, too, Yowdy. It was Oppenheimer. It was not Songbird. Oppenheimer. So I have one more question for you. It's about me. But quickly, I want to say thank you so much for this fun stream. I'll be back in 2 weeks for a big channel year in review quiz. So if there's any videos that you might have fallen asleep during or haven't checked out, now's the time. You have 2 weeks to study, okay, class? You have 2 weeks to study all of the regions I covered this year in 2024 before I quiz you on them. So study up over these next 2 weeks. I've got new videos coming out as well. Beijing came out today. Please be sure to check that out. Great pictures of the Great Wall of China. You don't want to miss out. Check it out. Hey, girl is here. Hello, girl. The last question for you is, can you tell me which American landmark did I visit on my birthday on August 9th? Which American landmark did I visit on my birthday on August 9th? It was not Yellowstone. It was not a testing site. Hmm. You're not allowed to visit testing sites in America. The nuclear thing. Can you be more specific? Speaking of Oppenheimer. Speaking of Oppenheimer. It was not Los Alamos. There's 3 sites in America. Los Alamos is one. That's okay if you don't remember the name. Tell me what they did there. It was not the Devil's Tower. Los Alamos is the one that they tested at. One of them, it was not Area 51. You can't go there. One of the sites they made the, actually, I can't tell you. Create the bomb. JJ's been to Los Alamos. That's amazing. Tell me which bomb it was. Your hint is that my birthday is August 9th. My birthday's August 9th. Which bomb was built at this site? My birthday's August 9th. My birthday's August 9th. I can't stress it enough. Which bomb did they build at this site that I visited on my birthday on August 9th? Oh girl, which one is it? They built one of them there. It was Big Boy. Right? Little Boy and Big. Anyway, it was the bomb that dropped on Nagasaki. Okay, here it is. I did a short for you guys about it. And my channel members got to see the full video. It was the site where Fat Man, that's what the bomb is called, Fat Man. It was the site where they made the plutonium that went into, there it is, Manhattan Project. I visited a Manhattan Project site. I had to squeeze that out of you guys. I visited one of the 3 Manhattan Project sites. It was the site that made the plutonium that went into the bomb that fell on Nagasaki. Nagasaki was bombed August 9th. My birthday is August 9th. That's why I kept stressing it. But yes, I went to a Manhattan Project site. There's only 3 of them. No, one's in New Mexico. One's in Tennessee, I want to say. And then one's in Washington. So I visited the one in Washington. And yeah, that's where they made the plutonium. Let me see. Hold on. I have pictures of me there. Well, I have a whole video of me there. Channel members get to watch it. One of them is technically in Manhattan. It's just offices. There's just offices there. Okay, let me zoom in on my face behind this. Look at how happy I am at this nuclear reactor. I had a Nelson Mandela effect. That is true. Yowdy's in New Mexico. That's amazing. Look at how happy I am to be in a nuclear site. Nuclear history is one of my passions. Anyway, so my brother-in-law has always thought that Nelson Mandela was a boxer. Hey, Kick Rocks, I'm just about to leave. I'm telling a story. He's always thought that Nelson Mandela was like a famous boxer. And when he said that, I was like, no, he was not. Like, not at all. I was like, he's the first Black president of South Africa. He was in jail for like over 20 years. He did not mix up Mandela and Ali. I found out why he thought Nelson Mandela was a boxer. So, what's his name? The guy that just fought Logan Paul. Why am I blanking on his name? With the face tattoo. Help me out. I just blanked on his name. Mike Tyson. So, Mike Tyson had this fight in the 90s that he lost, and it was this huge fight. And it happened the same day that Nelson Mandela was released from prison. And there was this newspaper, I think in America, that couldn't decide which story to run on its front page, so they ran both of them. And so it has like Jake Paul, not Logan Paul. I don't care. I hate both of them. So it ran the head title of like boxer loses or something. I forget what it was, but then it has a picture of Nelson Mandela on it. And somehow my brother-in-law, who was probably like 12 at the time, that seeped into his consciousness. And he thought that Nelson Mandela fought Mike Tyson. Oh my gosh. So that's why he always thought Nelson Mandela was a boxer. He was very much not. But mystery solved. We always joked about it for like years how he seriously thought Nelson Mandela was a famous boxer. But we found out why. Oh my gosh. So interesting, right? That's why. I wonder how many other people, and it's like a literal Mandela effect, isn't it? It's like literally a literal Mandela effect from this newspaper. But anyway, that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. We've gone on half an hour longer than I meant to, but that's okay. The next quiz will probably also go way too long, so prepare for that. I'm going to go make dinner. I don't know what I'm going to make yet, but I'm going to make something. Probably a pasta of some kind. And enjoy my videos in the meantime, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks for the end of the year trivia. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for such a fun stream. Good night from Bosnia. Oh my gosh, I want to go to Bosnia so bad. Good night, you guys. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.